And you're listening to Flashpoints on Pacifica Radio. And now from exile in New York City, the Night Report with Robert Knight.
In today's Night Report, Jesse Jackson, Part 2. Turns out that he used both N-words.
We are urging people to stop using the degrading word nigger.
I'm Robert Knight in New York. Well, the other boot is dropped. Overnight, the website TV Newser at Media Bistro revealed the missing element of last week's in-studio comments by Jesse Jackson, in which he made the racially charged sado-homoerotic comment that he wanted to, quote, cut Barack Obama's nuts out, quote. Citing a more complete and confirmed transcript than had been aired by the Fox Newsiness channel, TV Newser reported Jackson as saying, quote, Barack, he's talking down to black people, telling niggers how to behave, end quote. Here's Fox's broadcast excerpt as it was originally aired with the word nuts sanitized and the word nigger entirely omitted.
Barack, been talking down to black people on the space base. Talking down to black people.
Jackson's racial animus against Obama was evident as far back as last September, when he told a South Carolina newspaper, The State, that, quote, Barack Obama is acting white, end quote. That characterization was also echoed last month by independent presidential candidate Ralph Nader, who claimed to the Rocky Mountain News that Obama was, quote, talking white, end quote. But the most astonishing contradiction is Jackson's violation of his own loud public campaign against the use of the term nigger by rap artists and by comedian Michael Richards, best known as Kramer. Ironically, Richards might yet be called on to offer sensitivity training to Jackson. Online journalist Amani, the host of the website myurbanreport.com, caught Jackson on this very point exactly 1 year ago at an Atlanta convention, where he spoke against what he would himself later say.
It's about esteem, and that's why we are urging people to stop using the degrading word nigger, because we deserve better than that, and we don't have the right to, we can't internalize the degradation of the oppressor. Spew it out ourselves. Self-degradation is learned behavior. It's not unusual in oppression for oppressed people to learn to like what the oppressor likes and learn to like who they like and dislike who they like and like the skin color that they like and dislike the skin color that they don't like. And so much of this spewing out of this language is internalized racism coming back out.
Jesse Jackson speaking last year to Amani at the website myurbanreport.com. The word nigger, a corruption of the ancient negros, meaning black, is a relatively recent addition to the lexicon used to describe people of African heritage. According to some etymologists, that usage first surfaced around 1786. The online etymology dictionary cites the term as carrying, quote, all the obloquy and contempt and rejection which whites have inflicted on blacks, end quote. Jackson and Nader's other pejorative, that Obama was acting or talking white, also has a recent origin, approximately 1671, when it was used to describe a so-called white as a, quote, person of a race distinguished by light complexion, end quote. The great American tragedy is that both terms, white and nigger, are recent social and linguistic constructs that short-circuit more precise cultural and geographic descriptions of people's heritages. The terms were cynically used by industrialists and corrupt power brokers during American slavery and its aftermath to mobilize immigrants, sharecroppers, and trade unionists of various European heritages against the economically threatening advances of African slaves and their descendants, particularly in the United States economy. It does not go without saying that the majority of people today who characterize themselves as white do not subscribe to racist theories and practices and often explicitly reject those racial remnants of yesteryear. However, the replication of racist language and castration fantasies by such a leader of African-American aspirations as Jesse Jackson tragically confirms what Frantz Fanon so astutely observed a half-century ago in Black Skin, White Masks, namely that the brutal imposition of an inferiority complex on subjugated African peoples can sometimes result in a wish to identify with the oppressors or to otherwise imitate the European, including the accommodation of externally imposed pejorative words such as nigger or behaviors such as castration. Thus, Americans of all heritages today find themselves still caught in a passionate struggle to exorcise the remnant demons of racism, whose insidious persistence can paralyze even our best and brightest. And that is the real tragedy of Jesse Jackson, of America, and of the world. From exile in New York, I'm Robert Knight for Flashpoints.
Thanks, Robert, for another stunning report from the Knight Report. You are listening